Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video today, I'm going to be going over the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer that dropped from Disney Plus and Lucasfilm yesterday. An amazing trailer, and just a lot more information to go over with you guys. So to all my Star Wars nerds out there, we're just winning right now with this trailer for this series. I mean, we've known that this has been in development for quite a while, with the really cool fact that Ewan McGregor himself kept that a secret for 4 years. It's being directed by Deborah Chow, who had directed episodes in The Mandalorian, some of the best episodes in that series, I would say. So as I was saying before, this is a limited series. This is 6 episodes, and it's kind of a one-off story. That's been confirmed by Kathleen Kennedy, as well as Ewan McGregor and the writer of the show, as well as Deborah Chow herself, that this is just a story to wrap up that gap that we do not know about, that we've read about and kind of theorized together and whatnot. But now we're getting this definitive look into it that's going to be canon to the Star Wars cinematic universe, I would say. And it's going to be exciting to see this. I believe it's set to 8 to 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. It's going to be interesting to see how we see Kenobi dealing with the loss of his best friend, his brother, Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader, as well as Order 66, losing all his fellow Jedi and the Jedi Order, and kind of being secluded on Tatooine looking over Luke, and that being his last thing that he needs to do and fulfill as his duty. And that's going to be an interesting take to see, and I love that angle that we're going to get with that, because I mean, we're getting Ewan McGregor back, and I think he's just the best version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you know, shout out to Alec Guinness, but I think McGregor is a lot better. I think he's more definitive as Obi-Wan Kenobi, as I was saying. And not only is McGregor coming back, but Kathleen Kennedy and then later Hayden Christensen himself confirmed that he will be back as Darth Vader, reprising that role. And that's going to be great to see, because we're seeing a younger Darth Vader, well, not younger, but you know, before we catch up to him in A New Hope, where he's more worn out with his robotic enhancements. And that's going to be another cool thing to see with that character. And of course, the cast itself is just stacked. I mean, we have Moses Ingram, Kumail Nanjiani, we have Indira Varma, who's actually portraying the third sister, one of the Inquisitors, Rupert Friend, who's portraying the Grand Inquisitor, O'Shea Jackson Jr., that's actually Ice Cube's son. I'm not sure who's he portraying. It was pretty tight-lipped. They wouldn't really talk about that and Kumail Nanjiani's characters, so just keep that in mind. We also got Sun Kang, whom you guys know from Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, and I think Fast 5 as Han, a great character in that series, which is kind of really cool to see him come over to this universe. He's portraying the fifth brother, another fellow Inquisitor. And then we have Simone Kessel and Maya Escring also in the cast. I don't know exactly who they're playing. I believe Maya Escring is actually one of the Imperial officers that appears in the trailer, and so that would leave Simone Kessel as one of the other Inquisitors that's shown during this trailer too. And then we have Benny Safdie, who's half of the director and writer of Good Time. That's going to be cool to see. I believe, if my hunch is correct, that he's actually portraying the droid scene in this trailer. That would be cool to see. Or there's another theory of mine that he is the character that the Inquisitors are after in the trailer, and that's rumored to be a possible fellow Jedi that's also kind of trying to elude these Inquisitors and the Empire hunting down the remnants of the Jedi Order. But only time will tell. Like I was saying, those are just my theories as far as who Safdie could be portraying. Also back is going to be Joel Edgerton, another great actor, a great choice. He popped up as well in Revenge of the Sith at the end of that movie, as well as Bonnie Piesse. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last name correctly, so sorry if I did not. Returning as his wife, white son Lars. And of course, we're going to be set back on Tatooine, like I was saying, with Kenobi's duty to watch over Luke on Tatooine. But something's going to happen in this series where it takes him out to a different planet, more with a kind of a Hong Kong late night Los Angeles feel to it, called a planet called Dayu. And that's going to be where another half of the story will take place, as far as we can tell from the trailer and from what they've said with their interview with Entertainment Weekly, which I'll kind of show on screen as we go along. And like I was saying, this is 8 to 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, so this has nothing to do with The Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett or anything like that. If anything, we would see a young Ahsoka Tano or a young Boba Fett pop up if anything, but I don't think so. So, don't really hold me to that. I don't think the series is going to go that far out. I think with what they have going on in itself is enough, and I'm sure there's going to be some great cameos nonetheless. Just a quick reminder for you guys watching this video, if you're liking it so far, be sure to hit that like button, and then of course guys are interested in the other content that I have, consider hitting that subscribe button, and of course turn on that notification bell. With that little bit out of the way, we can get back into this video. And of course it's going to be really cool to see it set 8 to 10 years after, with the Empire rising to the power that it's known for. It's going to be way more menacing. With that gap that it's set between the 8 to 10 years, we're dealing with these different narratives. Like I said, the loss of his brother Anakin / Darth Vader, the fall of the Jedi Order, also his master Yoda gone. Remember, he left to Dagobah, to seclusion, after losing his battle, and also losing the battle for the Jedi Order with Emperor Palpatine. So we get this interesting narrative to see with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and also what actually makes him have to come out of seclusion and leave his post of watching Luke Skywalker, and what that entails with the Grand Inquisitors and also Darth Vader. So I think that's going to be very exciting. I have really high hopes for this show. I think it's going to answer a lot of questions that we've wanted to not only know but also see pop up on screen. And of course, like the return of Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader, I mean, that's just icing on the cake itself. And Christensen has just been super ecstatic about coming back, and especially with his comments with Entertainment Weekly stating that we're going to see a more power-hungry Darth Vader who's, scarier than ever. And I think that's going to be awesome, because it could possibly top up one of the better Darth Vader scenes, which came from Rogue One. And I think that's a big task to top, because, I mean, the fans would also back me up on this. That's one of the more definitive scenes of Darth Vader, is that Rogue One 5-minute scene where he just absolutely wrecks everybody on the ship as they try to get the plans to Leia on her escape pod. Like, come on, that was absolutely insane. So I'm excited to see. I heard there's going to be multiple fights, not just a one battle, so that's going to be exciting, because it could carry over in the series a couple times in the episodes, and then definitively happen on episode 6, and that be where we leave off, and then pick up on in A New Hope with what the events transpire in that, because basically we're just filling in that gap. We're not doing anything else, or they're not doing anything else. I shouldn't say we. So that's going to be cool to see. And that's all we can really pull from this trailer and from what we got as far as the interviews go, and also some little background information that I could dig up. But nonetheless, with that dateline being May 25th, where it'll premiere on Disney Plus, we'll be getting a lot more trailers, TV spots, more advertisement for this show. So as we go along, I'll make sure to break that information down for you guys with new videos, of course. So make sure you all keep your eyes out for those videos when they come out. That's going to kind of wrap up all that I have on this video, guys. I'm excited for this series to come out. I have been excited since they announced this as a film, and then it got kind of hashed up and then turned into this limited series for Disney Plus. I think that's a better move for it. So nonetheless, I'm excited that we're getting it. I'm excited how it's being handled, and the characters and actors that are coming back and coming into this universe. It's going to be a very exciting thing to see on May 25th. So be on the lookout for this show. If you haven't known about it or didn't even know that this existed, well, now you do with this video. So make sure you share this to your friends. And of course, guys, friendly reminder to go ahead and make sure you guys are hitting that like button down there, and then go ahead and leave a comment on this video and let me know what you're most excited to see out of this, maybe what you want to see with this series and what they could possibly squeeze in. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you're just clicking on for the first time, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's right there in the bottom right, and then turn on that notification bell once you do. Set it to all so you never miss a new video that comes out. Until then, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace.